Fala aí galera, beleza? Aqui quem tá falando é o Léo e hoje a gente vai continuar nossa série do Biomutant aqui no canal. A gente parou aqui nessa parte que a gente conversou com o Juvenado ali, o Juvenal. Bata tudo, cara, que gente boa, ó. E agora a gente vai vir aqui no nosso objetivo. Quem não assistiu o primeiro vídeo, eu vou deixar o link na descrição e no final do vídeo. Acompanha lá pra você começar a entender um pouquinho da história do game. Que parece um dos pontos fortes do game, a história, assim, parece uma história interessante. Nossa. Aí. Ó, legal. Olha. Muito legal. Nossa, a florzinha marcou.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life.
Que Pensai?
The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Rede de alguma coisa onde eu ler. Missão para interagir. Eita. Vocês são sensíveis lá na rede.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree.
Onde posso encontrar?
They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Tá bom, Juvenado. Cara, eu vou falar que esse esquema de ele falar numa língua estranha e o narrador falar por cima é meio... Não é muito legal, cara. Sei lá, acho que podiam simplesmente... Ah, cara, não sei. Eu sei que não é muito legal. Tem que colocar da linguagem normal ou... Sei lá. Nossa, essa árvore... Vamos ver. Olha.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal. Not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
Devo deixar ela preocupada.
No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
É. Só foi já.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goot is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
Ele até o personagem foi um personagem que não.
His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majut, and the Googlide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Rede. Beleza. Missão principal concluída. Destino do mundo. Cara, meio simples, né? 4 raízes, 4 bosses querendo comer. Olha o pulo na parede. Olha o pulo na parede. Ó. Mira, olha. Nos pulos. Narrador.
Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Ainda bem que você avisou. Vamos lá. Olha. Opa.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Legal. Agora o game começou. Olha lá, o Experiment 101. Não, Experiment 21. Tá mais bonitinho. Aí tem o nome da galerinha ali. Agora o jogo vai começar mesmo, eu acho. Aí tô começando a correr agora. Cara, legal a movimentação das árvores aqui, ó. Tô escolhendo muito, mas não legal, mas se olhar assim, eu lancei.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically
Não tem
challenged.
noção de cartografia. Que beleza, não? Ah, agora a narradora vem encher o saco, chama como se a gente de burro. Que isso aí?
Let's see. Legendado. Esse aqui é o mapa do jogo. Dá uma olhadinha. Então a gente tem a mata apetigrosa. Olha só. Zona morta, mas melhor até agora. Surfipela. Surfipela? Nem imagino isso aqui. É a árvore, né? A árvore da vida. Campos responsivos. Pedra grossa. Atoleiro molenga. E as dunas Club. Nossa, cada nome dá uma vontade nesse lugar. Quem vê que vi, pô? O molenga aí. Ah, esse jogo, o problema é os nomes são engraçados. Eita. Ô, louco. Eu vou enfrentar já? Ah, não, né? That must be
Narrado
the
por
world
David
eater that
Sean
chewed off
Parker.
Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The world eaters have made their marks on our world over time.
Esse David é o cara que fica narrando. Olha só. Olha só. Esparadrapo. É. Nossa, olha, David, eles deram um papel pra você xingar. Olha o personagem como mulher, ó. Bem feitinho. Deram um papel pra você no jogo pra você ser
That's not the
xingado por todos os
first nor
jogadores.
the last village it'll leave in its wake.
Olha essas narrações, cara. Desnecessário entrar em cutscene pra isso. Entrar na ceninha. Podia só narrar quando estivesse perto, pô. Durante a gameplay. Seria mais fluido. Lá. Opa!
Look, a
Engasgou.
survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
O Bolo parece meu irmão, velho. Mano! É você? Olha isso aqui. Tá. Vem pra cá, aqui tem pra cá. Aqui também são. Olha só. Muito mais. Opa! Presente. Energia média. Beleza, cama e tal. Mais nada? Vamos ver.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the world eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Ahora, se equilibrar são duas metades que formam um todo e flui por todas as ações e escolhas nos diálogos.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Vou deixar que o destino decida. Me deixa ajudar.
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
Já é demais. Ah, eu gosto da luz,
What's
vamos
there
ver.
to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always
Pronto.
making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Tá. Olha que dói que cabeça que ela deu no outro ali. Nossa, foi jogo. Não, tá bom. Por que você vai ficar andando como em círculo em volta de mim, jogo?
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Ele veio de lá, ele subiu a corda.
Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
Ele conciliou uma tribo, né? Mas eu tenho escolha?
The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
Cadê o outro? Não.
The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
É, falou isso. Vamos lá. Temos o diário com as missões. Tá? Fale com o Shifu dos Jagnis, os Miriantes e conquiste as tribos rivais. Aí tem secundário. Não é secundário, não tem nenhuma. Aí tem tutoriais e diálogos. Ah, eu já coloquei tudo aqui. Ah, tá. Tribos. Miriade. Lotus. Hanaki. Jagni. Netra e Pichu. Beleza, vamos lá. Deixa eu ver o ponto de projeção. Tem dois, né? Os dois são legal, cara. Vamos. Vou pegar esse aqui, ó. Vou pegar esse aqui de teletransporte. Achei legal. Vou botar no triângulo. E vamos lá. Oxi.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Nossa, cara. Então eu quero marcar onde eu quero ir, que é mais fácil. Aqui. Aqui já vou marcar. Ah, você tem muita coisa, né? Se eu subir a ponte, vai dar lá. Também marcar nada, já tá marcado. Não tem como errar, né?
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Legal. Ação? Tem que eu bato. Tem que bater aqui. Matei. O cara é nível 3, né?
Who could stand against that?
O... Aqui. Nossa. Não tá quase dando nenhum.
Now that's a flesh wound.
Aí eu... Prontinho.
Right in the face.
Isso aqui é legal. É, aquela bala. Ah, como pega a bala? Vou carregar. Dá pra falar com esse cara? Não. O cara tinha um item aqui. O jogo assim, exteriormente assim, você olha assim, ele tem uma beleza gráfica boa, cara, é bonito olhando assim, ó. O reflexo do sol bem feitinho. Matinho balançando. É igual eu falei, não pode ficar olhando muito.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began.
É que cheira.
It's a war zone.
Legal. Aqui. Literalmente falando. Ó. Eu não sei de montaria, né? Eu mesmo sou minha montaria, por assim dizer.
That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Olha só. Ponto de teletransporte. Fast
Let's
travel.
see.
O que você quer, cara? Não.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.
É, eu faço quente não faz nada.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu's door is always open for newcomers, but he cautions you. They'll expect you to behave, or you'll have to face the consequences.
Tá bom.
Sibi? Lappanen aginkanman. Keratna fal hutut mustugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Dir vuru vusa hat.
But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Justiceiro.
Gula mamofe. Guaremba. Mus.
He heard you took out of date's side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common.
Dankant.
He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here.
Fale wala papa. Bro plach.
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted.
Papa mo erim denken auf wesse ane. Fale wala papa.
The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Al de goose gonna head echt. Jackal denken. To guy la
Ja,
wood.
maar
Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain.
Geratna fale hut.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
Al de goose gonna head echt. Fale mwene denken.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life.
eu acho que é uma das escolhas que muda um pouco a história do game. Eu vou me juntar esses carinhas aqui. Porque, vou ver se faz o final bom, não sei como é que funciona. Mas eu quero ver. Enfrentar os jogadores e tal. Então, aqui ó. Define o objetivo final do jogo para salvar a árvore da vida. A escolha do destino das chifres rivais derrotadas é limitada a unir ou subjugar.
Fale mwene
Tá bom.
denken.
He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others.
Gera moti can boof. Gera wach.
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes.
Can boof. Sibi. Gelet not. Geradam woof er mat gain.
The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything.
Geradam
Aí,
woof er mat gain. Gera one thing.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
pelo menos tenho paz com vocês mesmos.
Hotin na. Hello.
They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
Legal.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Gera
Que cena
one.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
La fanen akin kan man. Porote nat. Wa para misa.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Wa para misa.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Manes slengjo.
They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward. than using violence to combat violence.
Tá, né?
Manes slengyo.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Keraga dengen hiram. Saramoto.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor.
Buka no sada. Yala wala click click.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
What? Trigenkin alat ba karap la wute.
Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Platz. What?
Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that will make you remember.
Ótimo. Quando diálogo, cara. Fica até chato, né? Só diálogo, mas não, eu vou ficar por aqui, mas deixa eu sair do forte. Eu não vou mais conversar não, tá? Pelo amor de Deus, fala demais. Malzinho.
Someday the tree will pass, but you don't understands you have things to do.
Aí, sem querer. Mapa, aqui e tal. Aí, beleza. Vejo, tipo, nenhuma marcação, tipo, espera que tem uma side quest. Não tem nenhuma marcação por enquanto. Anoiteceu. Tem um forte por lá e tal, mas vamos sair aqui do forte. Vamos ver outros objetivos. Galera, eu vou ficar por aqui. Esse vídeo fala atrás de fala. O jogo tá salvando até aproveitar. Mas eu acho que, tipo assim, no próximo vídeo, agora que o jogo deu uma boa explicada de tudo que ele queria explicar, no próximo vídeo ele não vai ficar tanto na fala, vai começar a ter um pouco mais de ação. Bom, se você acompanhou o vídeo e tá por aqui ainda, se possível deixa um like, comenta aí o que você tá achando do jogo ou do vídeo e compartilha aí que me ajuda muito. Eu tô começando aqui e todo compartilhamento me ajuda. Agradeço toda a ajuda aí de todo mundo. Tá bom? Eu vou ficar por aqui. A gente se vê amanhã. Amanhã acho que eu vou trazer um vídeo desse game e um vídeo da série do Village, pra não deixar aquela série parada. Tá bom? Então vejo vocês no próximo vídeo. Um abraço.